Hey everyone, welcome back. In previous video, we have discussed commonly used assertion methods. In this video, let's have the practical demonstration for AssertEqual method where we have to specify actual and expected values. If actual and expected values, they both are same, then the test case is passed, otherwise it is failed. In one of the previous video, we have written a Selenium script to log into Orange HRM application. So let's reuse the same script and write the assertions to validate whether home page is displayed or not. Now let's go to Eclipse and create a new class. Here you can notice I've already created a package TestNG.demo. So let's create a new class under this package. So I'll right click on the package, click on new, click on class. I'll provide the class name AssertEquals Demo, and now I'll click on the finish button. So here you can see class has got created. So let's write the test case public void login to Orange HRM, right? I'll provide the open bracket, close bracket, and open curly bracket and close curly bracket. Now I want TestNG to consider this method as a test case. So here I will have to apply @test annotation, right? Let's put the import statement, and now I'll select the import statement from the TestNG. So now this method has become a test case here. Now it's time to copy the Orange HRM login code from the existing class. So I'll open this package screenshot demo which contains Orange HRM login class. So let's double click on it, and this is the code to log in to Orange HRM application. So let's copy it from here. Now I will close the Orange HRM login class. So let's paste this code here. Here you can notice these are the 2 lines of code to launch the Google Chrome browser. After that I'm opening the Orange HRM login page, and this is the line of code to capture the screenshot. For this video, I do not need any screenshot, so I'll delete this code. Here I'm entering the username, then again taking the screenshot, so let's delete it again. Now here I'm entering the password, and after entering the password again a screenshot is captured, so let's delete this as well, right? After entering the password, Selenium is clicking on the login button, and once the login button is clicked, then home page is displayed. After clicking on the login button, we have to specify the assertions, right? So that Selenium can verify whether home page is displayed or not. So here we will specify the assertions. In this video, we are going to use AssertEquals Assertion. For that, we have to specify actual result and expected result. To understand it easily, let's follow the same steps and try to log into the Orange HRM application and see how we can understand whether home page is displayed or not. Now I will go to my browser. Here you can notice this is the Orange HRM login page, and this is the URL of login page. One thing you can notice here that login page URL is ending with the login. Once you are successfully logged in, then this URL will change to the home page URL. So let's see it practically. So let's enter the valid username, which is admin. Password is admin123. Now I will click on the login button. So once I click on the login button, application will be redirected to the home page and this URL will be changed. So let's click on the login button. Now you can see application is redirected to the home page, and here the URL is changed to the dashboard, right? So after clicking on the login button, if this URL is displayed, then you can understand that user is logged into the application, right? There are multiple ways to validate whether application is logged in or not, right? Capturing the URL is one of the way. Now let's write the Selenium assertion and capture this URL at runtime. So after clicking on the login button, if the current URL is this, then I can ensure that home page is displayed. So let's go to Eclipse. Here you can notice at the line number 32, I'm clicking on the login button, right? So once Selenium clicks on the login button, then I want to capture the current URL. To capture the current URL of the page, Selenium provides a method getCurrentURL. So this method is going to return the actual URL, which I'm going to store in a variable string actual URL, right? Now this is the actual URL. To compare this actual URL, we need the expected URL as well, right? So I'll create the another variable expected URL. So being an automation tester, you must know the expected values. Now let's copy the expected value from the application. So I'll copy this URL from here, right? And here I will specify the expected URL. Now here I'm specifying that this is the expected value. So here at the line number 37, Selenium will get the actual value at runtime. Expected value I'm already specifying in my code. Now I want Selenium to compare both these values. If they both are same, then I want Selenium to mark the test case pass. If they both are not same, then I want Selenium to mark this test case as a fail. For that, we need to specify the assertion. So to specify assert equals, you have to write assert, and here you need to make sure you are selecting the assert from TestNG, right? So I'll select it, assert dot assert equals, right? And here you can notice there are two things. One is the actual value, second is the expected value. So let me select this method. What is the actual value? Actual value is stored in an actual URL variable. So I'll copy this and paste it here. Now the expected value is stored into the expected URL. So I'll paste it here. And now I'll put the semicolon at the end. So once the line number 43 is executed, Selenium will compare actual and expected URLs. If they both are same, then Selenium will mark the test case pass, otherwise test case will be failed. So let's see it practically. I'll save this code. I'll right click in the class, run as TestNG test. Selenium is launching the browser. Browser is launched and now Selenium is opening login page of Orange HRM. Now here you can notice Selenium has clicked on the login button and home page is displayed, right? This is the actual URL of the home page. Now let's go to the Eclipse and see whether the test case is marked pass or failed. So I'll go here, and here you can notice total test run 1 and pass 1, which means login to Orange HRM test case is passed. So let's have a look of the report generated by the TestNG. So let me refresh my project. I'll right click on the project, click on refresh. Now I'll go to the test output folder, which is displayed in bottom, and here is a report, emailable report. So let's right click on it, open with web browser, and now you can see the report, right? Here you can notice login to Orange HRM test case is displayed in a green background, right? Which means this test case is passed. And here as well you can verify passed 1, which means one test case is passed. Let's go back to the Eclipse again, right? So here at the line number 43, Selenium has compared both the values. Now intentionally I want to fail the test case to see what will happen when actual and expected values are not same. Actual value we are getting at runtime, so we cannot make the changes here, but the expected value is already fixed. What I can do, I can change the expected URL, right? So let's say after the dashboard, I am saying test. At runtime, Selenium will capture the actual URL, and at the line number 43, actual URL and expected URL would be compared, right? They will not be same because intentionally I have made the changes here to fail the test case. So let's run it again. I'll right click in the class, run as TestNG test. I'll click on the OK button. Now you can see Selenium has launched the browser. Now it is opening the login page, and it has entered the username, password, and clicked on the login button. Home page is displayed, right? What is the actual URL? So here you can notice actual home page URL is ending with dashboard, right? Now let's go to the Eclipse console and see whether test case is passed or failed. So here you can notice login to Orange HRM test case is failed, right? This is the detailed information, java.lang.assertion error, which means your assertion has got failed. Expected value is this. So this is the expected value where I had changed the dashboard with test but found this, and here is the actual value. So here you can notice actual and expected values are not same. That is a reason test case got failed. Let's validate the same thing in the emailable report as well. So I'll go to my browser and let me refresh this page. And here you can notice login to Orange HRM test case got failed. Now it is displayed in the red background color, right? Red background color means the test case has been failed, right? And here you can notice failed 1, which means there is a one test case got failed. Why the test case got failed? That information can be found here. So what is the expected value? Expected value is test. However, the actual value is the dashboard. So here you can notice actual and expected URLs are not same. That is the reason test case got failed. And this is how you can use the assert equals assertion, where actual and expected values are compared If they both are same, then test case is marked pass, otherwise it is marked fail. Now let's meet in the next video and learn assert not equals assertion, which is opposite to the assert equals assertion.